So this podcast is sponsored by Podbean. Podbean is the easiest way to create your own podcast. We use Podbean to host Art in Heart, the podcast of the week on Podbean, and also my singing channel podcast, The Yellow Radio. Download the free Podbean podcast app to start, record, and publish your very own podcast in minutes. Podbean provides everything you need to run your podcast, and you can record and publish episodes directly from the app on your phone. Download the free Podbean app today. That's Podbean, Podbean. Head on over to Podbean at www.podbean.com and use the code podcast21 for your first 30 days of podcast hosting for free. Check it out. And check it out also on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Podbean is everywhere on social media, and so am I. I'm Silvia Dos Santos, and I'm starting now the last of a string of shows that I did this week to celebrate Art in Heart podcast of the week on Podbean. So I did 4 shows, 4 live streamings with calls and messages from the listeners. And so today I'm doing the 4th, the last of these 4 shows celebrating podcast of the week on Podbean app. So let's start the show, shall we? And I chose other 4 songs from In Excess, and I chose In Excess to do these shows. I could have chosen any band. I'm a very musical person, as you all noticed before already. So yeah, let's start this. Okay? Hi, Bobby from USA. No, Bobby, I think Bobby was from England. I recognize this alias on Podbean. It's one of my, trustworthy listeners. He's always here listening to the show. Sometimes he participates with a message. But hi, Bobby, you were the first one. Bobby, our listener, who's on the chat right now. We are sharing the link right now, so the listeners will come eventually, like they always did, and they always do, and I thank a lot for that. So Bobby is from England, a great country, I may add. And this is Suicide Blonde by INXS, Michael Ochance with this amazing voice is starting the show. This is Silvia Dos Santos, and this is Art and Heart, the podcast of the week on Podbean. Bitter Tears. This is not so, how do you say, promoted, not well promoted by INXS, I don't know why, but it's not a very well-known song, but I decided to put this one today. Best in life becomes clear. Begins to fade by itself. So think I learned, though it took so long. Bitter tears, they're so sweet. I've seen my way for the first time in years. Love around begins to suffer. They can't find love in one another. Push away those bitter tears, and I thought I was doing no wrong, yeah. And I thought I was. So the three subjects are the same, but you know, the subject is all around the subject that you want to talk. I'm just here to listen and to talk to you. You keep me company, I'll keep you company. That's how we do this, that's how we roll, right? Realize what we're doing here. The time is right to kill your fears. Bitter tears. Hi Bobby again, and hi Adrian Wilson. You can call on the show and you can leave your message or chat with me on the chat room here on the app. But I really like when you listeners call on the show. It's for free on the app and you are on the app. So where are you from, Adrian? Well, we'll listen to the songs I chose for today by INXS. Adrian, tell me, where are you from? And I'll chat with you on the chat room. here chatting with all the listeners that are entering the show. Welcome. And, call or leave your message. I'm here to talk to you, but I really prefer listening to your voice. And this is the fourth show, and of a string of 4 shows. I did 4 shows, and today is the last show. The last live show celebrating the podcast of the week, of course. And I'll do eventually a lot more live chats, What I find funny is that the subject, going back a few months, the first subject that I did, Are You Strong Enough to Be Alone? I thought people would want to talk about the other subject, stuff we buy online, because it's, but, I loved it because people started to call from all over parts of the world, and they wanted to share their story about this theory that some people are strong enough to be alone, some others prefer relationships, even if they are not happy. And I just want you to tell me your take on the story. And we are listening now to New Sensation, and this is a pretty good song to dance, I think. Are you dancing? I'm moving my head around.
I'll be your shoulder, you can tell me all, don't keep it in you. Well, that's the reason why I'm here. Hey, are you ready for a new sensation? Right now, gonna take you on a sensation. Trumpet.
So this is one of my favorites, By My Side. And these are the 4 songs I chose for today to keep us company. We talk about or Seinfeld, the TV show, or stuff we buy online. And, the other subject, Are You Strong Enough to Be Alone? But whatever, let's chat about whatever subject. Mainly, I want to know your story. Where are you from? I would like to get to know a little bit better my listeners from all around the world. I see your country is getting in the chat, but I would love for you to call, and it's for free, And it's a nice thing by Podbean. It allows us to call from wherever in the world you might be at, and call on the show for free. I've spoken with people since from China, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Iran, England, UK, USA, Canada, India, I already said that. Yeah, a lot of countries. Yeah, call on the show. Yeah, Colombia. Yeah, but this song is too good to talk on top of it. So let's listen.
The wall, no window, no air at all. In the dark of night, these faces, they haunt me. Well, I wish you were so close to me. In the dark of night, by my side, by my side. I wish you were, I wish you were. By my side, by my side.
So, hi, ABC7 show, Man Cave. Yay, Man Cave sound. I think I recognize your name from one of my first shows. Don't I? Tell me, just tell me I know your name. And Doc_G, Adrian Wilson, Bobby from England. Tell me your countries, you guys. Tell me your countries. Yeah, you can call in. Yeah, I do know you. I thought I did. I thought I did. So we are taking a call by ABC7.
Hello.
Hello, where are you from? Your name is not ABC, right?
No, I thought my name is not ABC, but I'm from New Jersey, and I just put I think your name for my broadcast, and I put like ABC on it.
Oh, so what's your name?
My name is Chris.
Chris. Hi, Chris. So Man Cave is talking to me on the written chat. So how are you? Yeah, how are you, Man Cave? Are you good?
I do
so,
have something.
Chris, where are you from first?
New Jersey.
Tell me. New Jersey. You said. Sorry,
Yeah,
you told me New Jersey and I got distracted.
Well, I do have something to tell you.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Tell me.
You know what a day program is, right?
I don't understand what you're saying. Let me just put the sound on my headphones a little bit higher. Tell me.
The day program is like a friendship house. And it's like a day program I go to now. And it's not doing
I'm
good.
trying to understand you.
You know what? You know why it's not doing good?
What?
It's not doing good because I have this annoying, I don't even like this teacher. So I have a teacher called Lorena. Lorena doesn't do anything, and she called me on the phone on Wednesday, and I said, Mom, you pick up the phone next time. And Lorena said, it's me, Lorena.
Yeah.
Oh, who cares? We can't even take a max break or something. She is so ridiculous. There's a lot of nice people out there besides Mom or Lorena. And, when I talk to them, they don't even know what's going on. Lorena doesn't know what's going on. So I hope I get all and to get out of that program.
Okay. So, but you call on this show, and I'm really happy to talk to you. And just tell me, which of these three subjects, and I'm talking to the guys talking on the chat as well, Man Cave and Doc G, Adrian and Bobby and the others. So I want to know which subject is your favorite, because knowing by the statistics, people wanted to know, wanted to talk about. Mostly was the subject, are you strong enough to be alone? I'm getting all calls about any subject. We already talked about JFK murder and everything. Hi, GCR you there? Enter the live studio. Welcome here. Where are you from? So the subject that was most successful was the Are You Strong Enough to Be Alone? So yesterday on the third show, today is the last one, not my last show, but the last one to celebrate Podcast of the Week. You know, Chris, Podbean chose my podcast as Podcast of the Week, so I had to do 4 shows as requested by Podbean, you know, to tell people that podcast is the podcast of the week. So, and I thought, let's have some fun. And I was gathering the subjects.
Man cave.
I was gathering the,
I
your
like
love
that,
by.
Man Cave. I like that. I like your name, Man Cave, because it reminds me so much of Bear Cave. Nice.
So, Chris, ABC is talking to Man Cave. I love this. I love this interaction by the listeners. With So we had a caller from Tennessee, you know, Chris, Tennessee, USA, and he was talking about JFK, John F. Kennedy murder, and his theory. And this theory was a lot similar like mine. So what I'm trying to say is that while we listen to In Excess, it could be any band. I could have chosen any band, I know, but I chose this one. It's a good one. And, all the subjects are not just those subjects. You can talk to me about everything you want, as long as is a respectful subject. You know, Podbean doesn't allow, those sort of things, defamatory, prohibited content, you know. So which one of you was on the chat, written chat, and Chris, to you too, I'm talking to you too, which one of you likes Seinfeld, the TV show? Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David.
I like Seinfeld. That was on NBC.
You do?
Yeah, that was on NBC.
So which one is your favorite character? I'm a fanatic.
The one that smokes cigars.
The what?
The one that smokes cigars. The one that comes in with the cigar in his mouth.
Oh, I think I know. Kramer.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crazy one, but the best one, right? The funniest. That type of character, I think it's so genuine, right? I think he's so genuine. And did you know, yesterday I was talking about this with somebody else on the third show. Today is the fourth show. So yesterday I talked to someone about that on chat room, and we found out that some curiosities about the show. Kramer wasn't supposed to be Kramer. It was supposed to be Kessler. So do you enjoy that name? I don't. I think Kramer is really good on the ear, you know? It's more, I don't know, it has a sound to it, right? Kramer. I don't think they would get this much success if the character had been named Kessler. Do you agree with me, Chris? Yeah. From New Jersey.
Well, you know, guys, there is another show that used to be on. Do you actually know PBS? The station?
Yeah, PBS. I know. It's like it's from the husband of Jane Fonda, right?
Yeah, like PBS from Public Broadcasting Television.
And and he has Conan O'Brien.
Yeah,
he went there, right?
Station.
Yeah, after NBC fired him, right?
Yeah,
and he went to PBS.
Yeah, he went to PBS because, you know...
Is he still there?
Yes, Steamer, as you know, Steamer played a naughty man with a heart and cold. He played, like, this character, and, you know, he gets into trouble and puts on disguises, and Stacy has to, like, yell at him. Like, the one episode is Fortune Teller. And you know what happened?
Oh, no, tell me.
Well, Dee Dee was saying, no, wait a minute, Seema. Like, this is wrong. This is the outrageous stuff you ever do, and you're stealing the customers out of their money. And Seema was saying there's nothing wrong of telling a group of people and suckers what they want to hear. His brain is not always there. He gets into so much trouble, and he got Stacy fired from her job
Yeah.
last night.
Chris, I found out yesterday also one thing. Let me just say hi to the guys entering the show. And Man Cave, yeah, I think I'm loved by Podbean. But you know what? Man Cave, I'm the only one promoting my show. So what's the point in being Podbean's podcast of the week? They share my show like once, but I'm not, I'm just honored. I'm happy that they chose, but it's a bit sad when I go to see the promotion, and I thought they would promote a lot more the show, but what do you have to tell me about that, Man Cave? And the others on the chat, you can call on the show for free. I can accept till 7 calls or 6. And we have 1 hour to spend here. Let's have fun, Whatever subject you want to talk, you can talk, as long as respectful. And it's free, right, Chris? You're talking to me. I'm listening to your lovely voice from New Jersey. I'm in Portugal, and we are talking for free. So this is good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to tell you, Chris, what I was saying. Apparently, there was a guy who went at school and with Jerry Seinfeld, and he sued the show because he believed that the character George Costanza, the hilarious character George Costanza, is based on him, Michael Costanza. I think it's Michael, I don't remember well. But there is a guy Costanza in Jerry Seinfeld's life, in real life. So, but they won in the courtroom because Larry David apparently proved that the character George Costanza is mainly based on his life. And that's why after that he did Curb Your Enthusiasm by Larry David, which I find it hilarious and genius. I'm one of the ultimate fans of Larry David. Are you, Chris? Chris is talking to us from New Jersey, just to tell everybody who's on the chat. And
I got good news for Man Cave and you.
What?
I got good news.
You got good news for Man Cave?
Yeah, Man Cave and you.
Which are the good news?
Well, Man Cave. I don't know if you know this, or if you watch TV, but if you do, there's something coming to Channel 7. The 80s sitcom and the 90s sitcom, Who's the Boss, that ran for 80s and 90s for 8 seasons.
Oh yeah, Who's the Boss? I like it. I like that show.
Coming back. Who's the Boss is coming back in the reboot sometime this year.
Oh yeah, but with the same characters and the same
Melissa
cast?
Romano, Tony Danza. I don't know about Stuart Wright, but it's coming back this year, and the Wonder Years is here already too.
But Chris, Man Cave, and Doc G, I'm starting to, the tablet, it keeps, refreshing, and I started to not see the names that enter the show. So, but everyone is listening right now, and everyone is participating on the written chat, and Chris from New Jersey is calling on the show for free, and I'm going to tell you this. Tell me your opinion. If some of the shows just shouldn't return, what I am saying is that I think you romantically, you see these TV shows in the 80s and 90s, and you were on a certain point of your life that you find that TV show really familiar to your life, or you just like that show because of the character, because of the actor or actress. But I think there are some TV shows that shouldn't return. They should have stayed in our memory, in our romantic memory of that show. Like
I agree with that because
I honestly, yeah,
some
Chris, tell me,
we're
yeah.
talking about that shouldn't return because once they did, they should leave the original alone and just not make a reboot. But I can understand the fans wanting these people to come back. So
we understand.
They're doing a reboot.
Yeah, we understand, but
I'm gonna watch for myself and say like,
but I think it can ruin. Man Cave, I'm just answering your call. I'm not going to pay you because Podbean is not paying me. It's funny because I say Podbean sponsored my show, but this is a host read ad they told me to read. And yeah, I like Podbean, but I'm not getting any cent, any dollar from them. I must leave this explicit here. It's just, those type of responsibilities as a podcaster. So they chose your podcast as podcast of the week. They tell you to read that. But honestly, I'm not, Man Cave, I'm not getting any money from them.
Man Cave, after this podcast, you want to come into my podcast? I need to talk to you for a sec.
Okay, you I love this.
I need to talk to Man Cave.
After this podcast, you go to him, okay, Man Cave? So, Chris, but there are shows that shouldn't return. As much as we romantically remember those shows, and they give us real good emotions just by remembering them. For instance, Seinfeld. It's about George, about a guy who's in his 30s and is unemployed. And they talk about nothing, but I think it's genius show. It's a genius brain behind the show. Larry David, I think I take my hat off for this guy because he's amazing. And what I am trying to say is that it doesn't make sense for Elaine Bennis nowadays. They are still with the same problems, unemployment and trouble with the guys. Elaine Bennis had trouble finding a boyfriend. And I think Jerry and Elaine should have stick together as a couple. But I get that, they separated them in the first season. Is just to present her to the show, and I love that also. But I thought it was funny when Kramer on one episode tell them to, can't you see you're in love with each other and you belong together? And I thought, oh my God! In the last season, they could have realized they love each other and. It was the last season, right, Chris? And we are talking to Chris from New Jersey, USA. And, I was kind of hoping, weren't you, that on the last season of Seinfeld TV show, they would put Elaine Bennis with Jerry Seinfeld together. I really thought. It was a little bit weird ending, but that's TV, right? We can always get what we want, but but yeah, there are some shows who don't make sense nowadays. They should stick to the show when it was aired, right? And in the 80s or 90s.
Boy, do we feel old talking about this. When we talk about old shows, we just feel old. Like, We weren't here.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, how old are you, Chris?
I'm 24. I was born in 1997, so I wasn't here in the 80s or something like that.
Oh yeah. You are so young, Chris. I miss those days. I'm 40. But just to get this right, the picture on my the profile picture, we are in 2021 year, the year 2021, right? And that picture, I had 38. So I don't look too bad. And it is not edited, so I think I look, yeah, because I don't use Photoshop or anything like that. And I think people have to be real. And
Well,
it was a really nice day for me. That picture, I went to the hairdresser on that day and I felt good with myself, and I took the picture, the selfie.
What's your name? I didn't catch your name.
My name is Silvia dos Santos, and I'm the host of the show, and I live in Portugal. I'm Portuguese.
Do you think Silvia dos Santos is old because of her age?
To the man cave. I don't think man cave. It went out for a second because he said back in a minute.
I was asking him, does man cave think you're old or something?
Even if he thinks, I don't care because I love being 40. Because I accomplished many things when I'm 40. I had a few years where I suffered a lot with a few things, and I thought, what the hell is it? Is this my life? On my bio on Instagram, I'm like being ironic. I just say the things that I'm good at, but because I'm being ironic. Like when I was in job interviews, Chris, you have gone on job interviews already. You are young, but I think you already search for jobs eventually, right?
Right.
Yeah, so when Chris, okay, so I'll keep talking about this, and Chris is going to the written chat. And what happened was, on my job interviews, so Chris, I have to explain, Chris was talking on the phone from Jersey, but he had to end the phone call, but he's still on the chat room talking to us. The written chat room. So what happened on my job interviews? Sometimes people can be real cruel to you and envious, like envious, and they sometimes they say stuff with envy in their hearts, like, oh, you can't be this good and pretty at the same time. You can't be this bright, this clever, this intelligent like you are, but being pretty at the same time. Those are stupid thoughts, and I had to deal with those type of people, and I suffer a bit for a while, and people can be cruel. So I'm going to drink a little bit water because yesterday I had my throat aching, and I sang on a live show on Instagram to exercise my voice, to do the live show today, the last show of a string of 4 shows. So this is the 4th show, and I hope you're having fun. I'm watching all of you on the chat room writing, and we had a call, but I can't have other calls because the live show is still going on, and I'm going to drink a bit and water to hydrate my voice, and let's keep listening to the beat of In Excess and Michael Ocean's voice, New Sensation. For those who didn't listen, we had a caller from New Jersey, USA. You can call too on the show. It's for free on the app. Just figure it out how it works on the app. It's not that difficult. And yeah, I got many people here on the written chat, but as I told you before, people who will listen to this show, because it will be available on Podbean and on Apple, Spotify, you name it, all the apps of podcasting. So we had Chris from New Jersey calling on the show for free. He called and he talked about Seinfeld, he talked about other stuff, and it was a really nice guy. But I want more calls. You can call on the show and it's for free. Chuck, hey Chuck, I missed you. You know, you made quite a huge success on my first live chat. So can you call on the show for a minute? Can you call on the show? Yeah, I'm waiting on your call, Chuck. You don't disappoint me. I really like talking to Chuck, but I only talk to Chuck like 2 minutes or not even that. And I felt so bad because it was right in the last second of the live streaming. And I wanted to talk to Chuck, and he has an amazing voice, and he's an amazing podcaster as well. So call on the show, Chuck, for like 2 seconds if you don't have much time. But I really wish I could talk to you a bit. and I'm still sharing the link to the live streaming. That's not very easy to do because you have to be on a live streaming to share the show, because I'm doing the show but I have to share the show. That doesn't make sense, Podbean. You should have I'll try. I don't think you'll hear me. I think I'll hear you. Let's try. If I can't hear you, we leave it for another day, but try to call. And if I can't listen to you, you just talk on the chat. Okay, let's talk to Chuck. Hi, Chuck. I accepted. Oh, hello. Chuck. Hello, Chuck.
Oh, you can hear me. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I can hear you, and I'm going to put my sound on the headphones a little bit louder. And the song by my side from In Excess a little bit lower, just to have a great experience talking to you on the phone. So, Chuck, just remind me, you are from USA?
Yes.
But you live on another country?
I live in Ecuador.
Ecuador.
Yeah.
See how you got stuck on my brain, on my memory. And I've done quite a bit of shows since then, but not too many, because I think I prefer doing the episodes, and the episodes take me a lot of work and research, and but Podbean chose this week my podcast as podcast of the week. But Chuck, you are more experienced than I am. Tell me something. They promoted my show like 1 second, I'm not talking trash on Podbean. I love Podbean. Podbean will listen to my show because I have to send the 4 shows. They request it. But, I love Podbean. I talk wonderful things about Podbean. But I just wanted to know from an experienced podcaster such as you are, Chuck, who is calling us from Ecuador. He's from USA, but he's calling us from Ecuador. So, what's up, Ecuador?
Actually, I'm calling you from Massachusetts, so I am in the United States.
So you're not in Ecuador, but you are on USA. In USA.
Yes, I'm going back.
But when you called me the first time, you were in Ecuador.
Yes.
Yes. So I got right that part, right? This part you are talking from Massachusetts. That word Massachusetts, it's quite a tricky word to write without the help of the keyboard, right? Oh, and thank you a lot. You sent me those, those gifts, right, on the live chat. I didn't even know what those were. And just by the way, you had to get like $20 just to receive on PayPal. But I haven't reached the number, on the premium episodes and stuff like that. But honestly, I don't care. Because I never expected to earn money on Podbean. I try to have sponsors, preferably, and you do too. You have sponsors, right?
Yes, I do.
You work like that, right? So, yeah. But we love Podbean. It's not nothing against Podbean, but what I don't understand is you were podcast of the week already, right? Hundreds of times.
I was actually podcast of the week, and I was also put in the top comedy shows, and I was
Shoot, really?
Yes.
Wow, I'm impressed. But I wasn't. But I don't understand something. They don't promote. They told people just for 1 second that I was podcast of the week. But when I got the email, I was so excited, Chuck. I thought, well, this is going to, rise up the numbers of downloads and stuff like that. But I got another channel, a singing channel. It's a podcast, but it's more like music and musical. I sing covers without rehearsing, without microphone, without embellishment or editing, like raw MP3 files. So I love it. I make mistakes, but I sing anyway. And that channel wasn't podcast of the week, but that channel is surpassed the podcast as like more successful. This podcast, Art and Heart, is successful in my own view, but I'm on the charts. I'm well positioned every week. But the singing channel, you understand what I'm trying to say. The Yeda Radio is the name of the show. The Yeda is like someone who sings. On the Anglo-Saxonic word, Yeda on Google means a girl who sings. So I use that name. So the Yeda Radio isn't promoted on Podbean as Podcast of the Week, but is more successful. And I just don't get it, because I thought Podbean would...
I guess certain things cater to certain people, and they just like, oh, I like this instead of this, and I'll just listen to this.
Yeah, and I'm not complaining, but I think you understand what I'm saying. The success I have with Art and Heart is quite good, way better than I expected. And I love this doing the episodes, and sometimes it gets on a week it gets more successful than the Yeda Radio. But anyway, both shows are competing with each other on the charts, and they are always on the top 100 as very good ones. What I was saying to you is like, you are a podcaster of experience. And you are a very, very good podcaster. And Dos, how are you, Dos? I have to say this. Dos doesn't like Nirvana, Doors, In Excess. Don't you, Doors?
He likes us.
Because he told me yesterday, he hates these guys who do drugs. I'm not saying people should do drugs, but I love Amy Winehouse, and she did drugs. She died from that. Well, you can't. Dust. I'm not keeping a file on you.
She's writing that stuff down, buddy.
Oh my God, I wasn't expecting to read this on the chat room.
This is probably Dus's first time hearing me with my normal voice, because we change it, so...
Oh, yeah. I said drugs make great music. Oh, but you were being real sarcastic, Dos. I have to explain to the listeners who will listen to this show afterwards on the, on Apple, and welcome back, Man Cave. Man Cave, just re-enter the show. Me? Yes, you, Dos. You were quite nasty towards Michael Hutchence yesterday. Who's singing, by the way, on the background. Michael Hutchence is singing. But this guy had an amazing voice. Yeah, he died from drugs, right? Or he committed suicide? I don't remember. I think it was suicide.
I don't know who he
right?
is. So.
In this... From In Excess. You don't know In Excess? How old are you?
I don't like In Excess.
You and Dos? Oh, I could have chosen.
I never liked them. I never got into their music. It was too whiny to me. I'm sorry.
Okay, I get it. But I'm not the biggest, fan. If you ask me, my favorite bands In Excess are in there, but not on the top 5. You know what I mean? Like I could have chosen. Does is saying all I said I wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan. And yeah, and Doz is saying now, I'm calling my lawyer. This is slander. No, don't call your lawyer, because I don't have one. I don't know how to defend myself afterwards. But no, it's not slander. I'm joking with you. No, I had to pick, just a band with cute songs just to play in the background, and
surprised you're not playing Duran
it's way
Duran.
better than others. What, Chuck?
I'm surprised you're not playing Duran Duran.
Oh no! I was supposed to put Nirvana. Do you like Nirvana?
I love Nirvana. I like
Yeah.
it
So
until they
I'm going
passed
to
away.
explain to you why I didn't put Nirvana, because I want to do a show on them with their songs and talk all about them and do the research and really respect the singer, the lead singer, Kurt Cobain, and everything. Most overrated band ever, excluding the Beatles. So I'm quoting, let me just be clear, right, Chuck? Chuck is on the phone, but Dos is on the written chat, and I'm reading, and Chuck is reading it as well. So Dos, one of the listeners who's participating on the chat room, is saying that Nirvana is the most overrated band ever, excluding the Beatles. That's
true.
right, I said it.
They're good.
What?
They got good music, but they really were overrated. It's the truth. They had some good songs, and most of the music that they played.
You're talking about Nirvana?
Yes, I loved Nirvana, but the point is they were very overrated.
Oh yeah, I get what you mean. I have an enormous book cover. Those books with cover, really big, with many pages to read about Kurt Cobain and Nirvana, just to do the show. That's why. Pearl Jam. It was supposed to be Pearl Jam, but another band that I'm going to do a show about. So I can't put, Soundgarden. I once won an award. No, it's not an award. It's a prize on a radio station that I sang their songs. And I won a prize of meeting them on a foreign country. Oslo. It was in Oslo, the concert, and I was going to meet them, all the band, and the lead singer, of course, who actually committed suicide, and that is real sad. I'm talking about Soundgarden. But I was talking about Pearl Jam because Dos, the listener on the written chat, is talking about Pearl Jam now. So, but Chuck, Soundgarden, I won a prize just by singing like 2 or 3 songs. And I was competing with another guy that sang very well. And he played the guitar on live radio station to win the prize. But eventually I won. That one hurt. Chris Cornell was the greatest singer of that generation. So we found a band, a lead singer that our listener Dos loves and admires. Yay! I have to put the clapping. Sorry, Chuck, but I have to put the clapping. Where is the clapping here? Cheering. I'm going to put the cheering. Cheering.
Yes.
Yay! So this doesn't stop. So, Chuck, what I'm saying is that Dos, our listener, who is making... he said he loves Chris Cornell. For him, Chris Cornell from the Soundgarden, the lead singer of Soundgarden, amazing band, was the greatest singer of that generation. So, yeah, it was real sad when we heard the news about his death. And it was, I don't want to make a mistake, it was suicide, right? I think it was. Quite almost at the same time from the other guy, Blink 182 or something, right?
I know one of the guys.
No, it's not
the guy from Linkin Park killed himself.
Yeah, Linkin Park. Sorry, Linkin Park. that guy has that band has some cool music, cool songs to make one of these days another live chat. I really like, or an episode of some sort about someone, and I put the songs about Linkin Park, but by Linkin Park. But Dos, I didn't have the clapping, but I did the cheering. I hope you liked it.
I think he's saying he doesn't want the clap. If you get what I mean.
Oh, okay. But it went anyway, so sorry, Dos. So Chuck, don't you get mad when Chuck knows Dawes is saying Chuck knows, yeah. When enters a live studio, someone new, and someone new is entering right now, but the name, how can we podcasters, Chuck, tell me, as a podcaster, how can I read this name? HSIQIWTM, enter the live show. Okay. Welcome. Where are you from? If he recognizes his own nickname, I don't know. Call him Bob, yeah. But he doesn't recognize. And we have a Bob listening from England, so not everyone participates, Chuck. Doing that.
I was going to say, are you spreading out like everywhere else, like at different platforms right now, or?
No, I just put on the Facebook. I was having problems today with Facebook. Did you notice that Facebook changed to Meta? Oh, Dawes, you gotta go. I miss you already.
Thank you, Dawes. Hope to see you on the show, buddy.
I'm making a sad face, but I'm drinking for you. My, how do you say this juice is a red juice? Pomegranate juice. I'm drinking for you, Dawes. So, what I noticed today, Chuck, is that Facebook is making it harder for us to share our show. You want to know why? Because he's dropping the authorizations apps, you know the apps when you authorize, you get into Podbean, right? And you auto share, right? So that area is no longer available. It means you will see on your dashboard on Podbean, you can't connect to Facebook.
Because Zuckerberg is a whiny little crybaby rich boy. That's why.
Oh my God, I can't stand him right now because I'm influencer, and I was having paid jobs as influencer too, and through an app, a regular app, and to grow socially, on social media. And today I got an email saying, "Oh, you lost your connection to Facebook." And I thought, it's a momentary, I'm going to send them an email. I'm going to fix this real quick. And I lost 2 hours in this. And you know what? I never fixed it. Because you know what? Our friend, Mark Zuckerberg, he spends each video he records to talk about Meta, whatever, he spends 2 hours on that video talking about himself, his story, how he created Facebook, and Facebook is not doing its job.
Self-centered, egotistical little brat. That's what he is.
My God, our job was already difficult. Our job as podcasters, we have to promote and everything, I am my very own team, I don't have a team. I do the show, I do the research. I don't have a microphone. I just use my headphones, to talk.
I have a professional microphone.
But I will someday. I will.
Soundboard.
You are professional.
I can change my voice too, so I don't know if it'll work, but I can.
I mean, that's cool. That's real cool because I like those sort of things like sonoplasty. How do you say sound editing is more like it?
Yeah.
Sound editing is, yeah. So, but Mark Zuckerberg, and I watched like the first video and I dropped it. Like he started talking about himself, and on the video it was saying, "Oh, sorry, many people are facing problems, creators and influencers, businesses on Instagram and everything, because they cannot connect their account to Facebook." And I thought, I'm going to watch the video to see what's the solution. Yeah, it was him talking about himself.
I was gonna say, so with all this meta crap that he's doing, he's going to lose so many freaking people on Facebook. It's gonna be bad. They're gonna reopen MySpace.
Did you? Did you know I share my show on MySpace, and it's one of the best places to share your show. I still have my old account. I still have my old account. And you know what? How do I say it? I recovered my password. I don't even know how, but don't ask me. I don't know how, but you know what? When I share
I'd be afraid to go back on my MySpace because I used to post like some of my pictures up there that were like modeling pictures. So no.
But you are quite a handsome boy yourself.
I wish I was a boy, but I'm not.
You're a handsome man. Okay. I talk like this because I feel like I'm a 40-year-old child sometimes. And I prefer it that way. If I was really old in my mind, as I'm getting older, I would be bored with myself. So I prefer to be a child.
That's all I can say. I'm older than dirt.
Oh, no. I had a call from Tennessee, and I thought, oh my God, I won't understand anything this guy will speak or talk about. But I had the nicest conversation with a guy from Tennessee in USA, right? And because they have an accent, a real, very characteristic accent. And I started talking English at school, reading a lot of books in English. And I still today, I don't read like an English author. I don't read it in Portuguese. I think the message by the English author or Canadian author, or from United States, you know what I mean. It gets lost in translation for me. There's a book by Raymond Carver who led into a movie with Greg Kinnear and a great cast, Lily Collins and another actress that I'm forgetting the name that is on Top Gun 2. I don't remember her name, but whatever. And it's a great movie, really great script and great cast. Photography, I look at everything, every detail on a movie. And what I noticed is that name on the credits, Raymond Carver, based on novel by Raymond Carver. What to talk about? What we talk about when we talk about love is the title. And I thought, wow, the script was based on this. I have to read the book. So on the, those fairs that we do every year with the books here in Portugal, we do a fair with selling books and, from all over the world. And I saw the book, but it was translated in Portuguese. And I thought, wow. I read it a little bit. They allow you to read a bit for you to buy, And I was with my husband. I got married between the time I talked to you and the last time. I got married, so I'm a married woman. So my husband said, "Oh, this is Raymond Carver. Don't you like this guy and stuff? Buy the book." But I told him, I told the guy, do you have this in English? The author language, main language is English. And he said, no, we are in Portugal, so this is in Portuguese. And he looked at me, Chuck, like I was like a snob or arrogant. It's not like that.
Did you say it like this? Did you go, I want this in English?
No. It's just, I think he talks so well, he writes so freaking well in English. It's his own language, right? And I understand the English. So I have an example. 50 Shades of Grey, right? I got the book. I swear, I got the book, from an episode I did on 6 books, 6 authors. And I talk about E.L. James. I think it's the author of 50 Shades, right?
Yeah.
And he writes pretty well. So, but I bought the Portuguese version. And I just read like the first page, and I hate it. I hate it so much. I was so disappointed.
Nobody wants to watch that garbage. Don't.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about the movie. No, I don't like it. Also, I'm talking about reading stuff. And I did an episode like with 6 authors. You can search on my my episodes, and you'll find 6 books with great music, and you'll love the music, I think. And I think because it has.
I love 80s music, but I'm more of a heavy metal guy.
No, but it doesn't have anything but from 80s or something. It's like a soundtrack. I chose indie songs as a soundtrack to what I was saying about the 6 books. I mostly read a bit of each. Synopsis is how you say it. Synopsis.
Yep.
The synopsis. How do you say synopsis? And in Portuguese we say synopsis as well. So yeah, and synopsis, something like that. And I read a bit of each book, and I think E.L. James, I'm going to buy a book from this guy just to see, and but I hated the mistranslation. The guy translated, or the girl translated well, the correct grammar, everything okay, but it got the message. If it has a message, it's 50 Shades, so but it doesn't have a real message. But you know what I mean? It's like a book to read on vacation on the beach, and I was looking at the edited translation in Portuguese, and I thought, this is not because I go online on Goodreads.com. I think it's Goodreads, and I read a bit, but you have to be premium and you have to buy to get the rest of the book. Eventually, of course. But what I did was to read the first page for free on Goodreads, and then I read the Portuguese version, and I closed down the book. I closed the book, and I never, I never picked it up again. No. Oh, hi, Lil J, enter.
It's just Jill backwards. Yeah,
Jill backwards. Hi, yay, where are you from? I'm talking to Chuck, a very handsome podcaster who's talking to us on the phone for free. Can you call us, Lil J or Jill? Oh, Boise, Idaho. Massachusetts is real far from Idaho.
Oh yeah, that's across the country.
Oh, across the country. You have to go by plane. Oh, she'll just listen. Are you a girl?
Yes, she's.
Are you Jill? Chuck is saying you are Jill. Okay.
She's awesome.
So it is your picture. You are pretty. I think I'm watching your picture. Oh yeah, you are very pretty.
You're not watching it. You're looking at it. Come on now.
Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, I'm looking at the picture. Oh my God. Oh, sorry, my main language is Portuguese. I dare you to speak Portuguese, my friend.
I couldn't speak Spanish to save my life. I can't speak Portuguese. Come on.
Jill is saying she's old. How old are you? Come on. Are you 70 or something? You're not 70, are you? I'm 40 and I love it. Oh, you are 50. You are younger than most of us. No.
Jill, do you miss us? Do you miss Chuck and
Billy? Do you know, you entered your show when I'm about to sleep. Once I participated, but you didn't. You ignored me, so I left.
Yes, it's Chuck and Billy's, not your cup of tea.
Yay, Chuck and Billy's. I'm talking to Chuck, who's in Massachusetts. And the first time I talked to him, he was in Ecuador. So Jill is saying, how are you, Chuck?
I'm good. She misses us. She comes into our show and she listens to how crazy we are, and she has a good time.
Aww. What happened to you guys?
We just did 3 new shows.
Hi, Erica.
Showed up, and we just
Erica Clement. Erica Clement, where are you? Where are you from, Erica? We are talking to Chuck, who's a great podcaster, and we are talking to Jill, or Jill and backwards, in the written chat. So Erica Clement is from Nigeria. Erica, do you want to call us for free on the app? Just click on the call, and you can call us. Chuck is very nice.
I'm in the States now, but I'm going back to Ecuador. So.
Oh, you are? When? Can I know? Like for Christmas, or it doesn't have nothing to do with it? So, but you have family there or in Ecuador?
I have my wife and my 3 daughters.
In Ecuador?
Yes.
Oh, they must miss you. So yeah, I think.
They don't miss me. They're like, thank God he's gone. Jesus.
No. I don't think. Do you guys do it? Do we miss you there?
Missionaries.
Yay! Are you
like Jesus stuff? Pray.
Okay. Erica, call on the show, Erica. I want to listen to your voice. I never spoken to anyone from Nigeria, and I find it one of the countries that most listens to my show on the statistics, Chuck. I see Russia, Nigeria, and India. But I get a lot of calls from India.
Yes, I do.
So Jill is asking Chuck, do you like living in another country?
I love it because
I'm from Portugal, Jill. You didn't ask, but okay. I'm feeling a little bit left out.
Well, you told me to call in. People are going to ask Chuck questions because
I'm
they haven't seen
joking. You in a while. No, Jill, I'm joking. I love that you talk between one another and you participate and you interact. This is the 4th show in a string of 4 shows that I did to, Chuck, to celebrate podcast of the week like it was something. But I gather that
podcast of the week. I remember those days.
They only promoted like for a second, and I have to do the rest of the job. And Facebook, Jill, Mark Zuckerberg is doing the worst job for us podcasters or influencers who live day by day with jobs by brands, and he's making it way harder for us to share, promote our shows. He's removing all the authorizations from Facebook to the apps. When you enter like Shopee or Alibaba, AliExpress, or those type of, or podcast apps, or Podbean, for instance, and they removed all the authorizations when you get into the app through Facebook. It just doesn't happen anymore because Facebook is trying to be meta. How did he say? Metaverse. Here's how dumb I feel. I'm looking at my, I can't find Portugal. What are you saying? You can't find my country? It's near Spain.
Vanished.
We are little, but we are good people.
It's a little tiny thing.
It's a tiny thing, but we are everywhere. We have Portuguese people everywhere. Oh, there it is. You found my country on the globe.
She was looking at where Ecuador was and all that stuff.
Jill is very nice to me.
At
least you found the country. At least you found. You have to look a little bit more to find Porto. It's the city I'm living in. But my hometown, Czech, is called Barcelos, like Barcelona. It's Barcelos Los. It's a nice, cute, small town.
But you don't live in the States. You live in Portugal, right?
Yeah, I'm Portuguese.
Well, I was just wondering. I didn't know if you moved to the States or...
No. Indian callers, Indian listeners from my show, they call and they get so surprised whenever I say I'm Portuguese. My main language is Portuguese. And they say, oh no, but here in India, your podcast is for us to learn English. It's an English podcast. I didn't know I was in the category, but okay.
We just found out. I just found out when I went to my Podbean page that we're in 70 countries and we cover the entire United States.
Yeah, me too. I have great statistics, and I'm just starting because I wasn't on Podbean, I was. Let me just say, Jill is saying, "What a dream to be able to travel all over the world." Yeah, I agree with you, Jill. Erica, if you're still on, call on the show. I want to listen to your voice. Erica from Nigeria. And the others who are listening to the show, of course, can call on the show. It's for free. Again, it's for free. And this is the last show. Not forever a last show, but, the string of 4 shows I did. This is the 4th, so the last, to celebrate Podcast of the Week, of course. But I will do eventually other shows in the future. So you were saying, Podbean. I was on Anchor and Red Circle and another one I can't remember, and I didn't enjoy. So I went to Podbean, and I'm real happy. What time is it there? Here in Portugal, it's almost time to make dinner for my husband. 7:17 p.m. What about you, Jill? And you, Chuck, what time is there?
It's 1:12 p.m.
Yeah, you are about to eat your lunch, Jill or Chuck? Or have you eaten? Oh, yeah. So, Jill. Oh, we're going to talk to Jill. Hello, Jill. Jill is calling us from Idaho. I picked up your call. Where are you? She joined the call, but I accepted, but I can't see it. I don't know why. Weird, right?
She's got to hit join now or it's not going to work.
Oh, yeah. You got to hit the join part to join the show on the call. Can you figure it out? It can be a bit confusing, Chuck. For who's calling, I think I need to... Oh... So Jill is telling us, she tried to call us, but she has some issues. And I understand, Jill, you are welcome whenever you want to return to the show. I have at least more like 20 minutes if you want to come in. But subscribe And when I get online again, live streaming with other bands, with other songs, thank you, Jill, for liking the show. And subscribe to get the notification. And who knows, maybe you talk to me and Chuck again. I will invite Chuck to be my co-host. Because I do that. So, Jill, kisses from Portugal to you. Greetings. I had a lovely time talking to you, Jill. She's from Idaho. She's 50, but she looks 20 years old. So,
I look 90, but
no, you don't.
46.
You look pretty handsome. We were saying something. So, but Podbean is simple. And Red Circle and Anchor, I remember, they can be quite the pain in the ass. So I like simple things, and Podbean doesn't give me a headache.
Well, I can't say that. Podbean gives me
No?
a headache because
Wow, how?
they constantly shut us off when we're in the middle of the show. We
Oh,
constantly
yeah.
have to restart. We've had
Yeah.
episodes that go one
Oh.
piece, second piece, and third piece.
Oh
because of
yeah,
that.
you have to edit, right?
No,
That
it's
happened
not
to
even
me
It's not even an
yesterday.
edit. It's not even an edit.
Mm.
They just shut us off. Like we could be not even 20 minutes in the show and they'll cut us. It's like what the heck?
What?
I pay money.
Really?
For this, and I'm not going to be cut off.
Oh, that's not good. I didn't know that. That's why you stopped the show?
No,
Because
no, it's because I've been working. Me and Billy have been working like crazy, so we haven't had time to do the show. We've done 3 new shows,
oh,
and they're all in
okay.
funny voices, like chipmunk voices, and we have a blast.
Oh, it's so cute. With the new system you have, the sound system,
Yeah,
the soundboard.
yeah.
Oh, that must be a great how do you sound paraphernalia? Here in Portugal we say paraphernalia, but in English I don't know how you say it. But you know those memorabilia of sound editing stuff, you know, micro and soundboard, you know, and that thing is quite good. If you can change your voice to chipmunk,
Yes.
you know
Just a push
the
of a button, and I'm a chipmunk.
that is so cool. The sounds, to make a different sound from our voice, like with the balloon, the helium gas. You breathe in and you talk like wee, 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 right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I sound like. I sound like
Oh,
a chipmunk.
that's so cute. But you have to do your show a little bit earlier. Because I go to
Well, we do
sleep
it-
like
we
midnight,
do it at
1
8 o'clock.
a.m.
We do it at 8 o'clock.
But for me, it's like midnight and a half and like 1 a.m. Once I tried to participate.
Listen.
I tried, and I was like in the middle of the starting sleep. You know, the one eye closed, one eye open, the other eye open, and I was like real zombie. But I tried to participate. I never realized if you answered me or not because I just fell asleep. Not because of you. Not because of you, because you were being funny. But I was really tired, and it's like 1 a.m. here when you start the show.
Yeah.
And I wish I could participate, like call, you know. But when you enter the show, my husband is sleeping, and I should be asleep too. And I watch you because I subscribed you, and I get the notification when you enter the show, right? And I thought, oh, I wanted to call, you know, to surprise these guys. They are so cool to me. And and I started talking to you like via written message, and I fell asleep right through.
I probably answered it. I always.
Yeah, but I never got the answer because I fell asleep. And I think I did calls that night. Because when you fall asleep with your phone, do you often do that with the phone in your hand and you fall asleep and you click in buttons? Once I don't know till this day, I had a page on Facebook. Right now I have a page, right? But I had an original page from 2008 when Facebook was a thing, right? And you know, I had like 3,000 followers or something since 2008. Hi, Welder 287 entered the live studio. You can call on the show for free, Welder. Where are you from? So, Chuck, as I was saying, I was sleeping, and I don't know how, but I removed myself as an admin of my own page. How's that? I wake up and my phone was next to my pillow and it was on Facebook.
Well,
and I tried to enter my page and it said,
sending a voice message to my wife, and I was sleeping, and all she got was me snoring.
oh my God, I love
what the
it.
hell are you doing? And I was like, what? She's like, what did you send me? I was like, what the hell? So I played it, and I was like, Jesus.
Oh my God, I love it.
I was out like a light.
We shouldn't fall asleep with our phones.
No.
That's dangerous stuff. I think that's one of the most dangerous stuff. You know, the caller from India, I don't know if it happened to you. His name was OJ, not Simpson, OJ Simpson, but the other guy. And it's from India. Quite a nice talk we had about politics and, you know, whatever. And he wanted to talk about, are you strong enough to be alone, the subject. And one of the subjects, Seinfeld also. I don't know if you like Seinfeld, the TV show. I love it. Okay. Welder, where are you from? I'm watching you here. And
he's not here. He left. It's just me and you.
Oh my God! Yeah, I noticed. Whatever.
Right where it says live and it says 2, it's just me and you.
Okay.
If the other
Now,
number
okay.
disappears, that means they left.
Oh, okay. Okay, so what I was saying, but you know, the show will be available and the downloads are very good. It means a lot of people in the whole wide world listen to me and to you speaking. So what I was saying, oh yeah, as it happened to you, like strange sounds, like on the live, you never know what you're gonna get. And I've had real good, nice people who don't speak like respectful things, not ever. Thank God for that. But what I'm trying to say is that this nice man from India called, and it was so nice, but I kept listening to, you know, water and you know, when you go those sounds in the bathroom, like just water. I just listened to water falling, you know, dropping water,
like a waterfall.
And and I didn't know what he was doing. I think he didn't want to disconnect himself because he was really into the subject, you know. He was trying to tell me stuff, and that he knows Portugal from India, architecture, you know, the discoverers, Portuguese discoverers, brought in these spices to the Indian food and everything. And he knew a lot about Portugal. And I was really into the conversation, and he was too. So he never disconnected, only when the show ended, of course. But I kept, he did everything he does in his home. And I listened to the sound of the water, and he started laughing because I think he was a little bit shy. He was shy, and I think he had to pee.
Yeah.
And he put the, how do you say, the
microphone?
The water in the toilet. The water.
He went to the bathroom in the toilet is what he was doing. He was peeing, basically.
Yeah. And he dropped. I didn't hear him pee, I have to be honest. But I listened to him when he dropped the water to, you know, on the toilet. When I can't remember how you say there.
Flushed it.
When you, yeah, the afterwards,
toilet?
flush the toilet. Yeah. So I started laughing, and he started laughing because he noticed that I noticed, and I had to explain like more or less. If I knew what he's going to do, I would put the song louder, but I didn't have a reaction because I wasn't expecting.
You can mute them so you don't hear that stuff, right?
But I didn't know he was speaking at the same time. He was speaking. I wasn't going to mute the guy. He's very nice. And he was speaking about how his cousin is a loner, a guy who just doesn't accept anyone or just anyone else in his life because he came to be like a selfish person because he was alone for a long time, and he started thinking there's no one for me in this world, so I'm going to be selfish about it, and I'm better this way. And he was trying to talk about that subject. Are you strong enough to be alone? Is the subject. And he was given an example from his cousin, and he felt bad for him. And this guy is taking MBA of hospital administration. And he was saying, someday I want to have a wife and stuff. But my cousin, he was talking to me. And he was saying, my cousin is alone and he's selfish. And he has to have somebody to share his achievements in life and everything. So I quite enjoy the conversation. That's why when he was speaking, I never expected to hear the flush. And
that's awesome.
He started washing his hands, but we didn't. He was really respectful, and I recognize this nickname. This nickname is not a nickname. It's like a code, right, Chuck? It's like
It's just a guest. It's just a guest.
Yeah, it's a guest. Hi, guest who entered the show right now. Do you want to call on the show? What's your name and where are you from? I am reading what you're writing. So tell me, where are you from? PBGB 79459. Jesus.
WOW.
I would prefer if people just write like a simple name, like a shorter name, so we can shout out at their name while we're live. But I can't say this name. PBGB 79459M7WV. So welcome to the chat, and you can call. And as Venusa7 entered the live studio. Venusa, where are you from? Do you want to call on the show so we can hear your name? But first, tell me your country. Venusa7. Venusa. Wow. What just happened, Chuck?
Nothing.
Ooh, your voice is really loud now.
Is
you
it?
Changed something?
I didn't do anything. I didn't touch nothing.
But I didn't do anything also. I don't know what's happening.
I didn't do anything.
Do you know, Chuck? Tony just entered the live studio. Tony, can you call us today? Tony was on the
female voice, male voice.
Wow.
Lolly voice.
Hello.
Is she calling?
What? I don't know.
Is she calling?
You are changing your voice.
No way, what are you talking about?
So let me just say this. Tony, Chuck, he's from Wisconsin, right, Tony? Yeah. Yes. And he was in a doctor. So Venusa was trying to call us, but she had a few issues. I don't know. But she's going to call us again, I think. I'm not sure.
I haven't seen her, so I don't know.
Was in a doctor appointment, Chuck. He was on a doctor appointment, and he listened to the show, and he participated almost the whole show, and he gave me like some of the best compliments someone could give me to my show. Chuck, I'm seeing like here something from Venusa, like a call, but it shows like a red symbol saying 1 on the call, and I don't know why.
I think that just means that one person is on the call, and you're just gonna have to accept them, or they're gonna have to accept it.
I accept it, but I think Venusa didn't click on the join. Venusa, you have to click on the join chat or join call, or because I accepted. I want to leave this, make this clear. I accepted the call. Venusa, hello. We are talking to other people on the written chat, Tony and PBGV, and Venusa is on call. How are you, Venusa? Venusa? Where are you from? No, I listen to some sounds.
Yeah, turn your phone down, dude. You have an echo.
Yeah. I don't understand. I think it's a girl. Venusa is a name.
I just say dude to everybody.
Name. Oh yeah.
Is this better?
Venusa, try to say something or ask.
I heard him.
7.
Can you hear me now?
Yay! You're not a girl. You're a man.
She called you a chick.
Oh, I didn't.
I think when I screwed up my voice.
Tony is laughing at me. Are you laughing?
Female voice.
How do you? What's your name? As Venusa 7.
Steve,
Steve. Where are you from, Steve?
Michigan.
Michigan. I love. You know, Chuck is a fantastic podcaster, and he has Steve. Are you listening? He has, and Tony, and the other ones were in the written chat. He has a soundboard where he changes his voice.
No, I don't. What are you talking about? This is my original voice.
You know, Steve, what I mean? He's making fun of me.
No, I'm not.
Where is your show from?
I'm from Portugal. Do you know Portugal? I'm Portuguese.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, you have a great voice. How old are you? Can I know?
Oh, I'm up there.
Don't tell her, Steve.
Like,
she's writing this down.
I no.
Lolly voice.
Joking. Oh
No,
God.
she's telling it. She's gonna write it down, I promise.
Steve, what did you say? Steve, say it again, please. I want to hear you.
I picked up my cell phone and I pressed something, and here I am in your show.
Oh, okay. And I'm glad for it. I'm glad that you called. I have 3 subjects, but I don't know if you want to talk about those 3 subjects. I just chose those safe 3 subjects because they were most successful on other shows, and people wanted to talk about them, like Seinfeld. Do you know Seinfeld?
Years ago, I saw the program. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. But Chuck doesn't like it. The other caller doesn't like it.
Hate Seinfeld.
But you know, Steve agrees with me. Tell me again, where are you from, Steve, please?
Michigan.
Michigan, yeah. I think I didn't talk to anyone from Michigan yet. So Tony is in the written chat telling me that I'm beautiful. Oh, Tony, you make me blush with your compliments. Yesterday and the other day, you written on the chat. You are. So you are going with the photo of my profile. It is from October 2019. But I still look like that. Thank God. I think I do.
She says she's blushing, but she's really not. Don't believe her.
Oh, he's complimenting me. He's saying I'm beautiful and my vibe. Yeah, and my vibe. Yes, and your vibe. Yeah, he likes my vibe. You know, Chuck. He's really nice, Tony. And I really wanted Tony to call on the show because he has an interesting life.
Female voice.
Most of us. Oh my God. You're changing the voices. You're doing like...
No, I'm not. I'm at my normal voice.
Tony is running. Yeah, jogging like running. Okay, doing exercise very well. Steve,
Run faster.
The other subject, Steve, it was 15 miles. Wow.
An hour? 15 miles an hour. He's running 15 miles an hour.
That's good. Steve, you know, the other subject, I think it has the most successful statistics till now, because people called on other shows to talk about this exclusively, is like, are you strong enough to be alone? And what I tried to say on those live streamings about that subject was that you can be with someone and feel alone, or you can be with someone but you know you were happy before being with someone special, and when someone special entered your life they added a bit of a flavor to it, but you are not like a needy person that really needs someone to be by your side, but you just want someone to complement your life, to complete.
I'm needy.
No, Chuck. Steve.
I am. I need everything, man. I'm needy.
Oh my God. Tony is finding you very funny, right, Tony? Yeah. He's cracking us up.
You should come to my show and then you'll see the difference, or listen to it.
But you're not doing right now a show, unfortunately.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing my show until Tuesday.
Oh, Tony.
8 o'clock.
Subscribe to Chuck and Billy's Not Your Cup of Tea. Right? Is the name? I will
yes.
be there. Oh, yeah, Tony. But don't forget about me when I enter the live show. You can subscribe to my show, okay?
But I have to warn you, our show is pretty intense, and I don't mean in a good way either.
R-rated? How do you say R-rated? Like
for it's rated NC-17. Kids are not allowed. That's all I can tell you.
It's
brutal,
a kid
but funny.
4 years old. Steve, are you listening? I'm a child. Yes. I'm a 4-year-old child. What about you? Tony says nice.
If you were, you should not be on the show.
Oh no, I have 40 years on my back. Like I'm 40-year-old child.
You're 40?
Yeah, that was so Chuck accepted the advice. No, I'm joking, Chuck. Chuck is going to run now.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off. I got a few things to do. So.
Yeah, and you were amazing. You kept me company, and the show is about to end. So, Podbean cuts us off. So.
Yes. Podbean sucks.
You have the experience. But we love Podbean. We love Podbean. Yay.
No, I don't.
And, don't say that. So Tony is running, is doing exercise. I did my bike ride today in my home. While I was working, I was taking a ride in my bike, my static bike. But Steve, do you like to run? And Chuck, it was really a nice pleasure talking to you again. And
You too.
I love talking to you. You are, honestly, you were like a co-host today.
Inspiration. I know. I get it.
Oh. And but seriously, you are amazing, and I hope to get into your show at least once. I know it's real late for me when you do, because it's like 1 a.m. But at least I will say, howdy, Chuck, howdy.
Yeah, just come in and say hi. Even if you just say hi, I'll say hi back, so you know that we saw it. So.
I'll try not to fall asleep because it's 1 a.m. and it's real. Oh, Steve ended the call. You know, I start talking to you and I forget the rest. But I think he had to go. I think he had to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I think he had to go. And as I said, the show is ending. So, guys, the people who entered the show, I want to thank you. Steve, I didn't end the show yet, but if you want to speak a little bit of what I asked you before on the call, you can call again or write on the chat that I'll read what you write. So, Tony and Chuck and everyone else, I want to thank you for keeping me company on these 4 shows that I did to celebrate Podcast of the Week on Podbean's app. And the shows will be available on Podbean and Apple Podcasts, you know, Spotify, you know, the drip, right, Chuck? I'm on whenever I can. That's why, Tony, you have to subscribe because it's easier that way. When you subscribe to, you know, my show, you get a notification whenever I live stream. Right, Chuck?
You want to know the funny thing about the notifications? That's not true. It doesn't work anymore. It stopped working. So that's the problem.
Oh, that's why yesterday I had a little bit problem. I had a few issues with I was seeing in my phone that I was live, and I ended the show, and I was live for like 2 hours after I ended.
Yeah, that's what happened to us the other day.
So I agree with you. I found out yesterday some of the issues that the notification. But anyway, Tony subscribe anyway. So or you go to Instagram. I'll put here.
All right, I'm gonna run and I'll talk to you again.
Yeah, thank you, Chuck.
You're welcome.
I'm going to say goodbye to people, but I will put my website here and my Instagram, and I always say on Instagram when I'm going to be live, so you can go for that. And I think I share the same link. I'm going to share again because I made a little bit of mistake here. I clicked twice. See you around, Chuck. Yeah, we are saying goodbye to Chuck because he was going to run, to go for a run, and it's healthy, and I love that. And Tony is writing on the chat as well, and he's running as well. And I love that my listeners are, going for runs and bike rides and healthy lifestyle. But if you are not on a healthy style, I accept you with all my heart. Anyway, so Tony, I don't know. I have like a few minutes. I gave out gloves and hats to the homeless today. Wow, you did it well. I give money to charity every month. I don't know if you're, and I just feel real good when I give to others. But since I was a child, I watched my grandmother, who's not alive, sadly, She died years ago, but she taught me, and my mom, who's almost her birthday on 17th of November. My mom is having her birthday, and they taught me. There are like two women in my life. One is not around. My grandmother is not around anymore, but my mom, thank God, it is. And you know, they always helped others, and I think I'm just doing what they did and what they do. You know, we can't go on with our lives without helping other people. I think it's makes you feel good, and I think God helps whoever helps others. Yeah. That's right. So Tony is saying on the written chat, oh yeah, nice. And I feed the homeless every Friday. And he's saying happy birthday to my mom, who's almost her birthday, 17th of November. She's a wonderful lady. And she sings fado. I don't know if you know what fado is. It's like a Portuguese type of music to sing. She sings very well. I have a singing channel, but she doesn't, but she should have. But she doesn't have the courage to have to sing online. Maybe one day I'll make her sing in my show. Maybe. You never know. So Tony's saying that's right. Yeah, wonderful. Happy birthday to my mom. And to my mom, Ana Maria is her name. And Tony's saying wonderful, nice. To what we are saying. And we had great callers today. A beautiful name, yeah. My name is Sylvia, and my mom is Ana Maria. And my grandmother is like Rose, but is Rosa. It's her name. She's not around anymore. She's like, she and my mom, they are my role models till today. So, but I have inspirations in my life besides them, like Bruce Lee, JFK, you know, people, Abraham Lincoln. I like those people. I like following those stories, and I know everyone has his flaws, and no one is perfect, of course. But I like inspiring myself with these people, Bruce Lee and everything. Do you like Bruce Lee, Tony? Do you know a bit of his story? Yeah, I grew up watching the movies with my older brothers. I'm like the youngest, and I'm the only girl in the siblings, you know. I have 3 older brothers. And I think the show is about to end, Tony. But, okay. I'm going to put the song. Tony, I'm going to do a show like dedicated to my mom, a live show on 17th of November. If I don't do it, it's just because I couldn't do it. But I'm scheduling 17th of November, a live chat to dedicate to my mom. And I'll put her favorite songs, and I'll pay a tribute to my mom on 17th of November. I'm watching all of you writing on the chat, but I'm afraid that Podbean is going to end the show because the rules are like two hours, more or less, and it's almost ending the show. So sorry, you guys, I have to put the song. I have like 2 minutes. Bye-bye. You will be here, right? And so your twin, Tony, is a black belt. We're going to talk about that on the next show. Stick around, you guys, to listen just by my side in excess. I had a lovely, like almost 2 hours talking to all of you via written chat and via calls. For free, you called on the show, and I loved it. Tony, you're becoming one of my favorite listeners of all time. And 17th of November, I'll try and do another live show. dedicated to my mom. It was her birthday on 17th November. So bye-bye, you guys. Don't forget, 17th of November, I'll do a live chat with the favorite songs of my mom, and we'll keep talking about whatever you want. Not only my mom, of course. It's dedicated to her, but the subject is general. It's whatever you want to talk about. I'll put the songs in it. Bye-bye, you guys. Thank you.
So close to me. Yes, I wish you were by